I was working at my old job when my old boss came up to me and said that I couldn't be here. She was like, "I'm going to have you removed just like I did when we fired you last year." I said, "Go ahead. Make my..." Suddenly, I was in my bed, in my room. It was pitch black, but the siren assured me the tornado was just outside my window. I grabbed my phone to see if I would have enough time to get in the bathtub before my imminent death. Oh. Emergency alert. Test.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. No action is required.
At 4:44 a.m. on Thursday, April 20th, 2023, the state of Florida awakened nearly 20 million residents with a test of the emergency system. But wait, I thought. I turned off test alerts on my phone. And why would Florida think this was a good time to test anything? But wait, I thought. What if it wasn't a test? What if the message was an accident? But the real alert was coming in a few minutes and the tornado was on the way. But wait, I thought. Could it be the Russians? Or China? The nukes? But wait! Stop. You're spiraling. You're out of control. I went to the internet.
I typed your symptoms into the thing up here and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
Surely someone would have an explanation. Nothing. But wait, I thought, heading to Twitter. Nothing. But wait, I thought loudly, running to Reddit. And there I saw it. 1 minute ago, 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. Post after post from Tampa, Jacksonville, St. Petersburg, Pensacola, Palm Shores, Destin, Orlando, all over Florida, and even mildly infuriating. Raging in Florida, man, I tried to upvote a comment calling for the execution of the man responsible. Please sign up. Damn. Still, these angry Redditors repeating the same comments and jokes had a point.
These are their stories.
Laugh out loud. Glad I wasn't the only one that thought, Reddit needs to know about this. Just needed to vent while the panic subsides.
Heart rate through the roof, and who knows if I'll be able to go back to sleep. And it was such good sleep.
Incompetent state government strikes again. Thanks, Ron.
Ron DeSantis is fascist. Fascism. Mussolini.
I thought it was a tornado siren and jumped out of bed ready to take cover. Ha 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 ha. Shrug.
Me too, Doge Moon Pi 62871. Me too.
Well, that's a better assumption than Rapture has started. I disabled that shit years ago and slept great. Emergency for ye, but not for me.
I wish you luck if Florida gets nuked at 4 a.m. one day.
If Florida gets nuked, I won't want my last minutes being a phone alert waking me up.
Really? Whose decision was this? Woke me up in the middle of the night.
Seriously, man. What a great way to convince people to turn off the alerts. I know I did thanks to this.
Rise and shine, bitches. Buenos dias, motherfuckers. LOL.
Here's the schedule of these alerts. Facepalm.
I've never gotten this before,
Even though they apparently do it at 4 a.m. every 2 months. Someone screwed up and sent the test alert as a real alert this time. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I thought our country was under attack.
Thanks for the link. I just sent an email voicing my extreme displeasure.
Welp, did my due diligence by sending a message voicing my absolute disdain for waking up at 3:45 and nearly having a panic attack.
I'm most upset because it ruined the snuggles I was having with my cat. But I'm also upset because I think tonight was the first night this week I wasn't going to be up before my alarm.
Be extra careful driving today. There's going to be a ton of sleep-deprived people out there.
I actually hope someone does a study on how many accidents occurs today compared with the average day. It would be an interesting experiment.
This is how you get everyone to turn the notifications off permanently and make the whole system useless.
First thing I did was Google how to turn them off and immediately did. Somebody done f***ed up.
It was bullshit, but part of me finds joy in knowing a majority of the 321 area was awoken at the same time today, and we're all equally pissed off.
They weren't testing the system, they were testing you. Congratulations.
Glad I'm not the only one coming here looking for the brain genius who fat-fingered that button this morning. Jeez.
Me sleeping through the start of the apocalypse because there's no way I'm leaving this shit on if it's gonna go off once a month.
Because they're planning on something happening.
You are not alone. Whose bright idea was it to send the alarm at 4:45?
It's your state government who runs the EBS system.
I'm going to blame DeSantis just this once as a little treat. Apparently he now is in favor of all Floridians being woke.
But
Someone who forgot to switch from AM to PM.
Thanks for helping me plan ahead for my next 4 heart attacks.
I've been fighting sleeplessness all night, and literally right when I was about to finally just get a few precious hours before work, this shit happens.
Florida's emergency alert system. Brought to you by the same guys that brought you the fire festival.
Pretty sure the guy in charge of the Hawaiian missile alert transferred to Florida.
All this did was make me turn off all emergency alerts on my phone. Fuck 'em.
It was a missing governor alert.
You mean our Awaken Big 420 alert?
I'm so busy working hard trying to afford my new insurance, I slept through it.
I thought Tallahassee was alerting us a gay person crossed over from Georgia. When Florida man gets a job in emergency management.
I blame drag queens. Yeah, let's turn off the alerts that could actually be useful and save lives. Why is everyone here so butthurt about alerts?
Literally just woke me up. I'm fucking pissed.
Lack of sleep is proven to cause an increase in road crashes. Someone, somewhere in Florida will likely die today from this. Blame state government. It's their fault. They run everything, including this system. I'm surprised it wasn't to warn me of a nearby book about history or an approaching drag queen. Possibly the dangers of Disney World.
Same. This is not a test. Drag queen approaching with big mouse in red pants.
Too busy running a culture war to pay attention to anything else. That shit can cause an elderly person to have a stroke. Someone needs to get fired.
I've ordered Florida Division of Emergency Management Director Kevin Guthrie to bring swift accountability for the test of the emergency alert system in the wee hours of the morning. This was a completely inappropriate use of this system. Stay tuned.
DeSantis only cared because it was a woke message.
I see we're doing dad jokes now. LOL.
He was dreaming of marching LGBT people into the ovens when the alarm rudely jolted him out of his happy place.
In his leather high-heel boots, laughing my ass off.
I feel like most people don't know that Ron DeSantis got married at Disney. Dear Florida EMS testers, I have a particular set of skills that I will use if that bleep happens again.
Yep, I got a weather radio now. Runs on batteries. Don't trust their alert system. Probably the Three Stooges at the controls.
I wonder if our attorney-in-chief, Sir John Morgan from Morgan & Morgan, will start a class action lawsuit over this. People are so dramatic. It literally happened once, and that's it. People are acting like every day at 2 a.m. they're getting this notification. What a blessed life they must lead.
Me dreaming it's the end of the world while a whole house of devices test their emergency alert system at 4 a.m.
Actually, I woke up and panicked. Hawaii still has the high score. Yep, I got a phone call from my dad sobbing, saying that this was the end. My dad never called. I called him once I heard, and all he said to me was he had no beer at his house, so
They caught me with my pants down.
that would have been his last thought.
So basically what you're telling us is your dad is a fucking legend.
That's exactly what he's telling you. Nothing like an air raid siren on your phone in the middle of the night.
You need to know when Silent Hill is turning into the other world.
Who can tell the difference? This is Florida after all.
I don't begrudge a test, but 4 in the morning? Irritating.
They're just getting you ready for the 3 a.m. no-knock raids when President DeSantis starts cleaning up the state. Dictator de sanctimonious.
No impact on the Disney tourists. They were already awake to log on to the Disney Genie Plus to get the first lightning lanes.
Forget politics. Ron DeSantis cannot be allowed to do this to the rest of us. Florida is planning to use emergency alert anytime someone says gay in school.
I was offended. How dare they plan to do this every other month at 4:50 a.m.? That damn DeSantis and his dastardly deeds. Surely the Twitterers were finally calm enough to share their opinions.
Ah, yes. Let's test the new extreme emergency alert at 4:45 a.m.
DeSantis has launched a full-blown psyops campaign against Floridians. Immediately disabled them forever. That's what they get for crying wolf.
Ours is the 23rd. I'm sure it's just another coincidence like the exploding food manufacturing plants, train derailments, and toxic chemical spills.
Just getting y'all ready for when that bitch breaks off and y'all float out to sea.
Now this is something Ronnie should outlaw.
I want names! Thought we were getting nuked.
Whoever decided to test the emergency alert system at 4:46 a.m., your mom's a hoe.
Normal Florida government shit, I see. If your sleep was disturbed by the Florida emergency alert, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Dumbasses are now going to prompt the entire state of Florida to turn off their notifications, making the whole system useless. Facepalm. Florida apologizes for sending pre-dawn emergency alert test. For one sweet moment, all Floridians were woke.
That's actually appropriate for that state of Florida these days. It's absolutely pre-dawn there. What has Florida man been up to now? It's Florida.
Half of them were probably already up taunting alligators or whatever. Oh, sorry. So snowflakes can only be alerted between office hours.
Florida needs to apologize for going full fascist. Wonder what asshat is responsible for this. Has anyone checked at Mar-a-Lago?
Florida emergency alert sent at 4:45 a.m. draws angry response. Has DeSantis threatening to fire someone. I was eating pudding with my fingers and I jumped, causing me to choke, he yelled.
Thank God for this alert. Woke up and found out my wife wasn't in bed for some reason. Turns out she snuck out when I fell asleep to go to her coworker's house. It is Florida. Half their population is up by then, the other half didn't go to bed yet. LOL. Sending alerts at 4:45 a.m. and no gas in the most populated metro area? Trump is right about DeSantis. He is an average governor with great PR.
Big deal. Get over it, Floridians, and move back to New York.
It was a wake-up call, to say the least. It was so bad, 3 phones went off in the house, and we have 3 sick kitties. Woke everyone up, and they wouldn't go back to sleep for hours. Thank you, asshat. Emergencies only happen between the hours of 9 to 5.
Hey, some of us are awake then. Ready for work.
Floridians not up that early? Sounds lazy.
Wow. DeSantis woke up Floridians at 4:50 a.m. today for no reason with an emergency alert test. But that's not the worst of it. It appears he plans to do this every other month. We're going to turn off alerts, period. The zombie apocalypse is going to have to start without us.
Well, 49 other states think it was hilarious. Thanks for the belly laugh, Florida.
Florida's basically becoming North Korea with alligators and hurricanes. I'm guessing there will be a large number of Republicans really angry at being woke.
Sleep deprivation. All abusers use that trick.
In Soviet Florida, state decides when you're woke.
It's like he wants people to hate him.
Get woke with Bootsy Puddin'fingers. This can't just be for fun. Why would he want citizens to regularly hear this?
Is he hoping to prepare people to get organized? Should he need a militia in the future? Or is he hoping that normalizing alerts will bore people into non-action if something happens?
They voted for Lord Fuquad, so... Even Instagram joined the fun. Ah, yes. Very, very good. It was many hours later when I finally stopped scrolling, feeling the Florida man rage would burst from within if I didn't stop myself from empathizing with people who were empathizing with people they made up in their heads for potential situations that had no impact on my life whatsoever. But I knew today was the day the world would stand still. Today, we were all Florida man. Hours later, when I awoke from my mediocre slumber, I feverishly searched for a place to complain, to make my Florida voice heard. And it turns out it was just a mistake. The schedule, the one provided by the numerous Redditors and tweeters. It was actually for the television test, and it wasn't actually a planned attack on the average Florida man. The software company that pinged every cell phone tower in the state was losing its contract. Not enough, I thought angrily. I stand with you, Florida man. He is us. We are him. And we will have our revenge.